Yo, Twitch. What is up? Taz the Fat Dog. Hello, everybody. Commander Keen. Happy Saturday. If it's Saturday in your part of the world, how's it going? It's TwitchCon right now. All the cool Hearthstone streamers of the world, of which, as we know, there are so many. All the cool streamers are at TwitchCon right now. Where am I? I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm playing Duels. We're hanging out together. I'm not a cool streamer. I don't go to TwitchCon. No siree. I'm here with you guys. My greasy forehead. Choose your fighter. The cool guy at TwitchCon or the nerd hanging out at home degreasing his forehead so I can spend a little more time with you guys. I'm gonna steal all their viewers. Jokes on them. No, everybody's having fun at TwitchCon. It looks fun. I'm jealous I don't get to have fun at TwitchCon. Get to meet all the cool people out there I don't really know that well. It's weird. I feel like I was just getting in the groove of like meeting people in real life with Blizzard stuff, and then, you know, pandemic, and I didn't get to meet anybody, and now I miss out. Hey, from Brazil, says Thris. Well, hello. That's awesome. How's it going? Hope it's going well. I spent a little bit of today setting up my stream to stream my PS5 that I bought, which means we can play God of War and God of War Ragnarok when it comes out, which I'm actually super pumped about. So I don't know, maybe sometime this week we'll start streaming some God of War, so I'm caught up for Ragnarok when it comes out in like a month, maybe like literally a month from today. Hey Puffiest, hey Grin Villain, hey Bubblegum Guy. Katie Page says using a dual monitor for the first time. I don't know how I'd ever have one monitor again. Yeah, it's amazing. It was one of those things that always takes a minute or two to get used to, but then once you do, you're like, my God, what was I doing? How did I live? Congrats on 100,000 followers. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're up to 100,050. The chain keeps rolling. The followers keep coming in. Thank God. I was worried we'd fall under 100,000, but we're doing good. So anyway, plan tonight. We're gonna play some Hearthstone. Want to get a duels run in, and I got a couple standard decks. I want to play more of that standard kind of Vanndar Miracle Rogue thing we were playing, because I went to go edit the video for that yesterday and the games sucked. I was really unhappy with how I played. The games were bad. I was losing a lot. So I was like, no, screw that. Man, alerts are muted. Dang it. I think that happened yesterday or last stream and I forgot. So we're going to play more of that to get some better games. I was really unhappy with the games. And then I also want to play some of this Control Paladin that's been making the rounds at the top of the meta. Hey, Backed Pine, thanks for the 26 months. Would I ever consider streaming other Blizzard games? Well, yeah, I actually started my channels playing Heroes of the Storm. No WoW. Honestly, I don't think I'd ever play WoW again. If I were ever gonna play another MMO, it'd probably be a new one. But yeah, probably Diablo 4 when it comes out. I would like to play that some if it's good. I was honestly gonna play Diablo Immortal some when it came out, but then everybody found out it was utter garbage. Or, well, I don't know if the game itself is garbage, but the monetization was garbage, and that didn't sound as fun anymore suddenly. So I don't know. Blizzard's had a pretty bad streak from a new games standpoint. They haven't exactly been rocking people's world lately. Warcraft Reforged was bad. Diablo Immortal has some major problems. Overwatch 2 has certainly had some hiccups, it sounds like, and I'm not even really sure why it's 2 and not just, you know, Overwatch, but that's a whole nother story. Mercenaries in Hearthstone has not been great, I don't think. You count that a new game? I kind of do. I kind of think it's its own game in a way. Part of Hearthstone, but very distinct. So I don't know. The track record lately is not exactly home runs. So we'll see. So okay, duels. Actually, I'm actually gonna play a real deck in duels. Everybody's been playing this garbage, and I'm gonna play it too. Everybody's been playing this freaking I've been getting comments about this. People have been asking me about it. I need to set this up better. This is going to be the start of the YouTube video maybe, so I need to set this up better. So we're going to play a real deck in Duels. Everybody has been playing this Brittle Bones Priest because apparently you can fully manipulate your deck to get Brittle Bones, which, as you all know, I hate that that's possible. I like when Duels has, you know, a more emergent, unpredictable nature. I hate when you can control things perfectly, but as we've had to do a few times, whenever a deck like this pops up that's really reliable and really powerful, I think it's important to showcase the deck so that you guys can see how it works and be prepared to fight against it. And the same for me too. It helps me as well if I can have a good way to tackle these meta decks. So we're gonna play this Brittle Bones Priest. I don't know how to make this work. My internet's been a little weird today. I'm not sure if that's gonna be fixed. So we might have some hiccups tonight. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's what that was or not, but it's been weird all day, so we'll see if that continues. Hey, Dino Lurker, thanks for the 19 months, man. Normally a VOD viewer. Well, thanks for making the move to Twitch, dude. That's awesome. Somebody asked about that. Where did that message go? Oh, is that mobile tower defense type game still in the works? Yeah, Arclight Rumble. I have that game. I for a few weeks I was playing it on my phone. It was okay. Again, you know, it's one of those where it's like God knows what the monetization is gonna look like. If you liked Clash Royale or similar style games, and Clash Royale, not Clash of Clans. If you like Clash Royale, I think that game will be good for people. Assuming again it's not, you know, just utter garbage monetization. I think it could be nice. It was definitely seemed to thrive more on a PvE standpoint, so I don't know, maybe. Jason C, I don't know. I don't have an answer to that today. It wasn't working before is why we stopped it. I'm gonna be totally transparent with you. I'm feeling too lazy to answer that question right now. I did send out my prizes for all the different giveaways and stuff today, so I did a little work on the Twitch administrative side of things, and I'll be frank, I'm just not feeling like doing any more, Jason, so maybe ask me next time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you guys have that feeling too sometimes, where you just hit your threshold of like, I don't want to deal with this right now, and I'm just gonna deal with it later. That was me already. So I have that from a like administrative standpoint in particular. Like sometimes I just have so many emails I need to answer, or invoices I need to send out, or like Twitch maintenance stuff like that. Like when it comes to editing videos, I'll do anything always. Like I'm always up for more editing videos, you know. That's never a like a choke point for me, but any kind of administrative stuff, I just sometimes I just have to set my limits, you know. So anyway, and hey, look, Wing Burrito saved you. Wing Burrito with a gifted sub. Congrats, Jason C. That's amazing. So let me reset this up since my God, we've been DC'd. This whole story has been crazy. So a bunch of people are playing this Brittle Bones Priest package in Duels. Apparently it's super reliable to get Brittle Bones. I've seen a handful of different variations of the lists that can achieve this, but as much as I hate the bucket manipulation in Duels, I think it's important for you guys to see this one, and me too, just to see, does it really work every time? How good is this? And so on and so forth. So we're gonna build this kind of pre-made Duels deck. This one is a quest version for Elise, but not. This one runs the Druid quest, which seems a little more fun for me actually. But there's basically two ways to do this. You can run either the Druid quest or the Priest quest, Awaken the Makers, and then you run Zyrella. And you get Brittle Bones, which gives you a bunch of volatile skeletons. These aren't actually in the deck, but just to make sure everybody knows what we're talking about here. Volatile skeletons, you get all these, and then your Xyrella just goes insane with volatile skeletons. Now, some people run this with the Priest quest, particularly if you have Vanndar, because you can get, you know, these activate your Priest quest. This one runs like the more aggressive package here to utilize the Machete, which is, I think, a pretty good card. So anyway, I'm just gonna straight up yoink this list. My least favorite part of Duels. This might be a little bit less fun of a run and more of a scientific endeavor, but I'm sure we'll still learn something. So the rest of the deck, of course, is just a bunch of removal cards to fully utilize the Brittle Bones package, because apparently it's guaranteed. People are telling me it's literally guaranteed, which I think is outrageous. If it were like sort of guaranteed, I would feel a lot better about it, but if you get it literally 100% of the time, that's gonna stress me out. Yeah, this runs so much freaking removal, man. Crazy. Light Bomb. Oh, that was already on screen. Whoopsie. And Starfire. Now, this version definitely has a more aggressively slanted build. You can see with the Holy Fire, the Starfire, the Machete, the Druid quest. This one can definitely hit a little harder, which I think will probably fare better early in the run. I don't know if it'll fare necessarily better later in the run, but we'll see how that goes as we go. Rusty Nails, thanks for the 40 months. 40 months. Amazing. All right, so let's go. This one is gonna be a little autopilot-y, maybe. Now, the first passive, I think, is probably more up for grabs, it sounds like. Divine Illumination was the one that this list got. That would be fine. Vanndar. Vanndar. Hey, Levi. In before we managed not to get the guaranteed Brittle Bones. Honestly, that would make me sleep a little easier. I'd feel better, honestly, I think. All right, let's actually keep this reach here. Well, let's think. Our removal's not going to be very good in this matchup. Hero powers are useful. I'm just thinking this is a nice little heal and reach card. Might be better off going for the Machete and the Moon Touched right off the bat to really push quest line here, but I think this will be okay. Worry about big stuff hitting me really hard, and I might need like reach over the top of a Moarg or that sort of thing. So Holy Fire can maybe like buy me one more turn and maybe get that reach damage we're looking for. But it's gonna be hard if they get a big enough board early enough. I mean, light bombs are good too, though. That can definitely help as well. Armor gain off quest line steps too will be nice. The Druid quest line, I feel like, is my favorite quest line. I feel like this is the one quest line that doesn't feel like it completely settles a game. Like, so many of the quest lines are definitive in the way they control games, if that makes sense to you guys. They set up really defined win conditions. I feel like this one is just good and advances a game plan and supports it, but doesn't just like change the state of the game forever, which is nice. Doesn't feel as universally game winning. Oh boy, that's big. I guess that's definitely Poison Seedsable. That corrupts the Moon Touched as well. The only thing is, like, is it a little early? We could start to chip away at this the old-fashioned way and play for this Poison Seeds, say, next turn, but I must not fail. I don't have good mana utilization. I don't think we can wait too long. We have the Light Bomb to deal with the next board, potentially, so let's go ahead and just take care of this one now. Get this corrupted. Next turn, we can finish the next step of the quest again. Okay, Vanndar is definitely a little less scary. I think that's good news. I think we still hit face here. We've got a little bit of armor gain, and I want to be able to set up some win conditions, positions. Like, I want to be able to go over the top soon. All right. Drawing Plague is good at these little chippy guys, yeah. Light Bomb still lines up too nicely. Hitting them in the cake hole simply never gets old. We understand. Thank you for your understanding. And your use of an excellently hilarious term, the cake hole. Oh, that is really nice, actually. We go ahead and use this, don't we? We don't care about the Vanndar too much. We just want to clear the taunt out of the way here, mostly. And it's not going to be good against many board states for this deck, I don't suspect. Wonder if we ever Holy Smite now to utilize that mana just so that we can maybe Devouring Plague next turn? I don't think there's too many worlds where I'm really looking at a Devouring Plague, but then if I am, will I have the mana anyway on the future? Yeah, let's wait, because I think we're more likely to clear this up with a Light Bomb or something in the meantime. Okay. So Talon's already gone. That may not get Divine Shield, hopefully. Kind of hoping they just have the one Divine Shield. They did. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think this is Light Bombable, right? We're getting really close to Holy Fire, Starfire just being a lethal setup, so you know, I'm just kind of biding my time for that, I think. Moonbeam, Holy Fire is a little closer again. I don't know, I feel like I don't really need to turn the corner yet, though. Let's just take this. We're almost in Fatigue as well, right? So actually Fatigue becomes an interesting win condition for us soon as well, as does Xyrella Hero Power. I could play Xyrella this turn and then have a Hero Power Holy Fire set up the turn after. So I'm almost never dying with Xyrella, right? Ah, there's the Starfire for the same setup, though. I don't have mana to do all of this right now. Starfire, face
I must not fail.
is fine. I'm just wondering, like, do they have healing? If I commit now, do they have healing, right? I'm better off just going Xyrella here, getting my 2 mana hero power for next turn, and then having, you know, having this. I think that's more likely actually to play around any sort of healing they might have. Yeah, I don't know. I could envision, say, an Alexstrasza, for instance. Like the 8 damage Alexstrasza specifically. So let's just hang out. Set up for the win here. They may still see the writing on the wall this way, but then I don't waste a resource necessarily. Oh, okay, that's fine. We talked about this, the neutral jailer line, but thankfully they're just dead, so. No Mal'Ganis for them, which is nice. Cool. Fun. All right. What did I talk about? What did I literally say on turn 1, by the way? I didn't end up using the actual card I talked about, but what did I say? I might need to go around to Moarg. Now, of course, once they gave that immune, I could attack through it normally anyway, but you see what I mean, right? You saw what I was talking about. It's exactly what I said. We might have to go around to Moarg. I guess Be Our Guest, right? It's really good. It can straight up steal games on its own. We don't have a ton of like card draw in this deck yet. I don't think Be Our Guest necessarily plays super well into Brittle Bones, but neither does Crystal Gem or Mysterious Tome, right? Crystal Gem does let me hero power, but I'm gonna be wanting to quest on turn 1 anyway, so I don't think the Crystal Gem helps. I think Be Our Guest is the pick. Okay, so we want removal cards and or boy. Wow. I mean, Death Rattles are okay because of Xyrella, right? That's fine, I think. Lunar Eclipse is okay. Yeah, it took me you're right, Winged. It took me forever to get the Be Our Guest. I felt like I was always complaining about it. Now I get it every run. Hey, Drexlin, thanks for the 5 months. Thank you, thank you. I guess it's here, man. I really do not really don't love this. These are good death rattles, but I wonder if I take too many, is it gonna mess things up? I don't really want to be a mummy magic deck. Are we still gonna get offered Brittle Bones? You know? Do I want another card that's playing towards Brittle Bones? Because that's what Lunar Eclipse does, right? I think I take this because I get both 1 Lunar and 1 Death Rattle. And although the Prick Crocolisk is dead, so is the Druid of the Claw, really. This doesn't have charge or anything. So I think I like the way this kind of splits the plan more. I'm hoping this doesn't throw off my buckets, though, too much or mess up the passives somehow. I don't know the full manipulating rules on this. Hey, Erdnot, man, thanks for the 12 months. That's a year. That's 1 year. That's crazy, man. Thank you. Guys, YouTube had a nutty bug today. All the monetization just turned off. Like, I uploaded my video today at like noon or 1, and I couldn't turn on ads. There were no ads. And I went and looked, and my whole channel, all the ads were turned off. And I was like, well, that's weird. And it was not just me, it was like all across YouTube. I don't know if ads were actually running, but creators weren't seeing the ads in their platform. Like in their like dashboard. We couldn't turn on ads, we couldn't control ads. So I waited a few hours and it sorted itself out. But my video went a little late today, but that's why. Apparently some people think ads weren't running at all. So like today it may have just like lost, 12 hours of income for any YouTuber out there, which will definitely suck for some people. I'll be all right. But hey, Java Brador, thanks for the 4 months. That's really nice, man. I'm glad I can help you fall asleep. Not even sarcastic. I'm for real. Alrighty. Questline's fine. Hero power is often our turn too. We don't hit an invitation. Suspects okay, I guess. Yeah, Croc does give me more reach, yeah. I gotta be honest, I read that sentence very, very weird the first time around. At least your Croc gives you some more reach. Gotta be careful with those. Indeed it does. Indeed, my Croc gives me some extra reach. Thank you for pointing it out. Righty, Swindle Robes. Extra spell damage in this deck is spooky, but hopefully this just steals the game. Just give me something insane. I don't know what, just something insane, a Colossal or something. Overload 3 sucks. I'm better off just going Zymox and drawing, right? Yeah. Do we draw or do we... 1/1s just don't matter against the hero power. This doesn't matter, so yeah, it's definitely draw. I mean, honestly, a 5-minute Starfire is pretty legit, right? An 8/8 on turn 2 is pretty legit, so we can't complain. Yeah, that is a big Croc, yeah. He's pretty big. Oh my god, this poor soul facing against us here. Yeah, Rag will just heal the Zymox. I love it. Okay. Poor guy. It's like he probably wasn't really thinking too much about that damage, was thinking more about the freeze, but it's still annoying that it heals off, right? That's still annoying. 2 in a row invitation draws. So stupid. Wow, is that it? It doesn't work together, unfortunately for him. I mean, do we just start hitting with a hero power now? I mean, we're getting so close with Starfire to being lethal. Playing a minion feels kind of good, but it's less good against freezing. I think we do just maybe hero power penance here, right? Rag will heal himself. Let's create some outs here really soon, right? Need to get fancy. No need to get fancy. Save our 0 mana for later. Certainly in a good position here. Moonlit into another invitation. Oh my god, dude. You really want me to just ruin this guy's entire Hearthstone career? He's just gonna... Oh! That could pull him back. That's insane. Thank god we had our insane power swings, because he's having one too. No taunts though, man. Tough. Jeez, imagine losing with that as your turn 4. Good god. That would have been really hard for me to deal with too. Poor dude, poor dude. Yeah, necrotic poison is good. Cheap, nice, cheap removal. That's kind of what we're looking for in this deck, I think, ultimately. The one thing this deck makes me a little nervous with right now is we don't have a ton of card draw. You know, like, the curve is pretty mid-game, so I don't think we'll be, like, totally bereft of resources, but something to keep in mind. Now, Starfall is pretty good for us. Tyrant and Owl, I would say, are okay. This is a little bit more card draw-ish, but I think we want to get this removal card in here. I think Starfall's really nuts for our Brittle Bones plan later. Cooptato, have you ever thought about doing a guide for how to process a turn in Hearthstone? I think it's amusing that you think I would be good at that, but actually, yes, I have thought about this. I've never done it, and I probably won't ever do it, honestly, but I do think it's nice to have sort of a heuristic approach to Hearthstone turns. Not that I can really even say that I consciously do that when I play, but I probably do unconsciously a little bit at least, you know, have some sort of heuristic for sorting information throughout a turn, like, you know, check lethal first, then look at like mana efficiency, and then look at like value trades, look at for like friction opportunities. There's some sort of, you know, background instinctual process that I'm certain happens as I navigate a Hearthstone turn. I've never really tried to break it down into its most efficient components, and I don't even think I'd be the best suited person to do that. But yeah, I do think that would be cool content for somebody to make. Maybe I'm not the right guy. Heuristic is indeed today's word of the day. Thank you, Gridfield, for the 300 bits. Yanzinho, thank you for the 9 months, dude. That's oh, gosh dang, you got it really close. Hey, Yazinho, thank you for the prime sub. That's really nice. You were close. All right, let's go here. All right, not the best hand. Zyrella's pretty dead until we get Brittle Bones. Unholy Gift is, I mean, compare these two cards, right? Oh, this poor soul. I mean, we definitely go on one. This can wait. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Leviathan's better. It's just a big old stack of bodies. This is so gross, dude. Be Our Guest needs to be nerfed. Turn 1 Colossals is absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, compared to Unholy Gift, right? He's getting... Death Knight cards just don't really hold up to today, I would say. There are a few that are certainly still solid, Death and Decay and stuff, but they're not a turn 1 Leviathan, you know? Even the best ones are definitely still... There might be some playable cards here. Let's dredge first and see if we find anything we like. No, we don't like poison more than hero power. We'll take a Holy Nova, though, probably. Let's see, what did they get here? The 2/5? That's a good necrotic poison target, I suppose. I guess we're just going to abandon the quest this game. I think we're far enough ahead. I'm just going to go face. Even maybe leaving this up is wrong. I don't know. It certainly could test the 4-2, but every little point of damage right now goes so far. And I'm hoping to use like a plague to clean up or to poison something next turn. Yeah, they can't answer it. Perfect. Okay. Oh. Right. Well, okay. Sure. Dude, we hit for 8 again. That puts them at 7. I guess this turn we'll do this. Still going face. Oh god. Oh god. I accidentally clicked. I wasn't even really clicking that spammy. I just was kind of coming down to my hero to click my hero and accidentally clicked whatever that middle card was. What did I grab? Holy Nova? Okay, cool. That's fine. It's as good as anything else, I suppose. What do you think this is? Could be an ice trap. Seems to be a cat trick. Okay, that's fine. Holy Nova next turn could be nuts. We'll take Moonlit to find a little damage reach potentially here. You guys see where the bread is buttered, don't you? Going to the dome every turn. If they do have a taunt, I won't have a lethal set up, but otherwise we should be good. Holy Nova, is it? Well, is this actually going to come up? No, this is still. Oh, it is going to come up. They do have a taunt. What am I saying? They have a wild seed coming up. I thought it was another. Oh no, it's still a turn away. Oh yeah, okay. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. They come up on my turn, you idiot. I know how this works. I swear to God. I swear to God, I've seen this before. There's nothing here that interrupts this other than a face interruption secret, right? As in wandering monster. I mean, yeah, okay. No worries about playing around minion or spell disruption, I guess, is the point I'm trying to make. Cool, easy. Hit people in the face and win. That's a plan. Turn 1 colossals kind of make games easy. And sure enough, there it is. Not only did we get Brittle Bones, we got an insane trio of options, I would say, but certainly Brittle Bones is the plan. Wow, it worked. All right. Now we're off to the races here. But boy, oh boy, do the buckets suck. I feel like we're not getting great buckets, man. Wonder if there's a non-druidy version that does this better. We have some Treant synergy stuff because of the Elise's machete, but my God, these suck. They are not playing for Brittle Bones at all. These also, I mean, I get delinquent value off of the Zyrella. There's a little bit of reach. This is random garbage dragons, which we don't need. So do I care more about this random garbage tree package, or do I care more about this random garbage package? Everybody's saying Goru. I kind of buy it, honestly. I'm fine with it. This draws a card at least sometimes, and this is just big, which is decent. I think that's fine. It's not clearly what we're looking for, but I could see those each independently being all right. Force of Nature is a lot worse without charge these days, but okay. Hey, Reed has been a big fan on YouTube, but this is my first time watching your stream. Best of luck tonight. Thank you, the real Tudsy. We've only had the fake Tudsies here before. Rossigon's Rumble is not currently in Duels, I don't think, no. I saw a card from Rossigon the other day that I hadn't seen in forever. What was that? And I didn't recognize it. What was that card? I was looking up something for a video. I don't remember what it was.
The League of Explorers cannot fail.
Yeah, Goru definitely. I mean, like, compare Goru to... I mean, I guess compare him to Shrubba-Gazor, right? Clearly not one-to-one comparison there, but think about the difference in these two cards. It's pretty insane. This is a minor buff for a rest of game effect to a very specific minion type. Shrubba-Gazor, it just gives you free 3/3s, which Treants with a 1/1 buff are 3/3s, but you have to make them with cards, whereas Goru, they just, or with Shrubba-Gazor, they just get made for free, and they have Rush. It's crazy, the difference. It's really kind of nuts. Yeah, we'll keep, I guess we'll keep Questline. I honestly don't think Questline's gonna be vitally important to us for the rest of this game, but it gives us a good well, it replaces itself with card draw eventually anyway. It gives us something to make our hero power useful if we have down non-reactive turns, because sometimes our opponents may not play a lot of minions, and then we have to fill our mana a little bit, and I think Questline rewards us naturally filling our mana anyway, which is good. So they have light and light. Okay, they are the invigorating guardian here. Really bugs me, and I told Blizzard this too, how this card is just using Lay on Hands' artwork. It's one of the few times we've ever had repeated artwork for like a collectible card getting repeated. There's certainly been times where like across game modes or token artwork has been reutilized, but for a collectible Hearthstone card, Lay on Hands being just straight up yoinked for Guardian Light, I think it was an oversight, but never got changed despite my request. Guess it was too much work, or I don't know, it didn't have a good replacement maybe. But it does bug me, honestly. I don't know why it bugs me. Something in my brain though, it goes, eh. I don't like it. I don't like it. Hey, Unscrupulous, thanks for the 2 months. Good luck on the run. Thank you. It's going quite well so far. This is what it's like when you play a real Duels deck, I guess. Yeah, story mode has new art too sometimes. Yeah, and they even do like recolors on art. If this were recolored, I guess it would bother me less too, to be honest. If they made the coloring like blue or something, you know. Obviously light is yellow in WoW usually, so it makes sense. But alrighty, we like the invitations. Oh, interesting. How much do we want to go nuts here? In other words, do we hold this or do we play a 412? I can go ahead and coin right now if I want and just play a hero power. I don't think that's insane, but I could also wait and do stuff with like Lunar Eclipse next turn if they play any minions. I don't think the 412 is so valuable on board that it's worth giving up 4 damage, right? Because really the only purpose would be to hit for 4, and it's going to hit for more than 4 anyway if I hold it for spells. So let's just hold it. I think that's better off being held. I mean, we may play it next turn. I'm not going to get super greedy on it, but if I can get a little more utility, like 3 or 4 spells instead of 1, obviously that's going to go a lot further. So I'd hold it, but you're better than I. Well, apparently we're the same. Do we agree? Hey, peaches and beans, my favorite late night snack. How are you doing today? I'm doing great, man. Pretty good day. Had some fajitas for dinner. That was good. All it takes for me to be happy, a little fajita here and there. All right. So Lunar Devouring is kind of weird here. It's a little bit of a waste again. Well, actually, Lunar Hala is probably going to kill the 1/4, isn't it? Maybe I go just for the Devouring alone in this case. Maybe I still coin a hero power here. Save the Lunar. This is one of those kind of middle of the road. I don't know how this works still. They changed the way that these guys worked a little bit. They used to, if the thing died mid spell resolution, it would still, but this is after, so I guess it wouldn't have worked anyway. No, I think that was better. That way we can save Lunar maybe for a future Brittle Bones this way. Anyway, big hit. 8 here from the Hala. Good little board. Hero power advancement's nice. Can't complain. A little bit of reach here with the Crocolisk since this can go face. You know, this art on this guy is pretty epic for just a 8 mana neutral common. Like, that art is really detailed, and he's like got this glow around him, and he looks pretty sick, honestly.
We will feed on this world.
All right, they've got crazy discounts already, we know. Might get a lot of extra health here, which doesn't matter. We definitely are aiming to kill people sooner rather than later. Starfall Lunar right now clears this. Feels a little wasted, though. I don't think I love that. Oh, Holy Lunar's interesting. Mana-wise, probably still just better off going here. I don't know. I'm not really... Well, shoot. Hala here creates some potential problems, doesn't it? Maybe I'm better off hitting the dude in here first so that Hala gets maximum. Because Hala might kill the 4/6 or waste some damage. I can't really guarantee the damage going how I want. Is there any lethals guaranteed here, by the way? It's not probably as far as we might think. Yeah, let's just see if we waste damage. I don't know. Let's just do the math. Let's see how Hala hits and then go from there. It's like, I'm thinking about holding the Holy Smite is basically my logic here. Like, I don't want to get too fancy. Yeah, never mind. I think I do, because that makes this more interesting, doesn't it? Yeah, let's just create the pressure. What am I waiting on, right? Like, that's pretty nice. Like, yes, I kind of waste a spell technically, but I get a 2/2. They're very low. I have a monster board. Like, I'm 35. Like, why are we being fancy here, you know? Let's just go. How much extra damage has Hala done? Kind of lost 2 that turn, but did an extra 6 or something to face. Something like that. think I'm willing to, basically the decision point there is, are you willing to waste a resource to potentially get extra face damage? And I think so. I don't think the game's going to go so long that resources are as much of an upside to me as maximizing my face reach. So I'm cool with that decision. You guys are talking a lot about beans right now. Making me nervous. I did see Blizzard said they fixed the opponent thing. Yeah, there was a hot fix. Yeah. Okay. Boy, that doesn't seem great so far, does it? Oh, nice. We got one of those. Oh, that's ours. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. That's not right. Something's not right here. Oh, I wanted the hollow lethal. Dude, BR Guest is just absolutely cheesing games right now. It's ridiculous. So good. Yeah, I think Bag of Stuffing's the pick for this deck, right? We haven't really had light hands yet, but I could see that happening because we don't have natural card draw on our hero power. I really don't have that many card draw cards in general. I do have some smaller stuff. We're going to want to draft more smaller stuff too. Patron and Jars just don't play that well to my deck, so I think Stuffing's a pretty clear leader there. Boy, we are just not getting offered much removal, are we, dude? I thought we'd get offered a lot more removal buckets. Really stressed how little removal we've gotten. If you were a Pokemon, you'd be Ludicolo for sure. What's Ludicolo? Gonna regret Googling this, aren't I? Ludicolo. I can see it. I can see it. I look a bit like Ludicolo. He's a pineapple with a sombrero. It's something else. Man, I do not want any of these. I kind of like the Renew the best, but these are weird. Any Death Rattle upside? It's like a little bit of Death Rattle upside here, but you don't really care much about that Death Rattle upside. Insight's card draw. Circus Medic is reach. Part of me is thinking about going for this Corrupt package. Just a little bit more draw. I mean, I love Renew, right? Renew is a really good card. I just don't love the Blade Master, and I don't love the Alchemist. So do I go for Death Rattle and Silence? I mean, Silence can definitely be useful too. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the Death Rattle stuff. I don't know. It's a little risky because Zyrella is really our only Death Rattle synergy card. I'm hoping we can play games late enough that she'll be relevant sometimes, and then maybe we get one or two more upsides. Hey, what'd you guys think about the Mario trailer? What'd you guys think? I kind of dug it. I thought it was pretty cool looking. I liked it. I liked it. I thought it looked awesome, dude. Jack Black seemed sick. Yeah, Bowser literally looked like Jack Black. Actually insane. I don't know how they made him look like Jack Black, but it absolutely did. The Chris Pratt thing doesn't bother me as much as most people. I don't know. I want to hear more of it, obviously. Maybe it will bother me. I'm going to say the thing nobody wants to hear. I'm going to make some enemies here. I think the normal Mario guy, Charles Martinet or whatever his name is, I don't know his name, but he's a great video game Mario, but I think everybody would get sick of his voice over an hour-and-a-half long movie of actual dialogue. Now, that doesn't make Chris Pratt the right choice. Obviously, there's probably some great middle ground that's a little bit better. But I don't think you go for the guy who's really good at doing the, like, you know, reactive video game barks, as I think they're often called, you know. I don't know. I feel like the dialogue might get burned out a little bit over a full-length movie, but hey, I'm making enemies here. I don't know. What are you gonna do? All right, this is fine. Yeah, Winged Burrito, I am exactly the same as you. When it comes to something like the Mario trailer, I was hooked on the visual splendor and animation style and the like the world, you know, the like as soon as I saw that crazy mushroomy beautiful scenery, I was like, oh, I'm in. You know, I'll suffer some weird voices here and there if I can just, you know, enjoy the splendor of this world, basically. So I'm in the exact same spot. So Agatha's embraced into a secret already. Ugh. So this is what it feels like to have your opponent pop off, huh? Probably draw a card off this just to find a good early reactive. I need like a Holy Smite. I need a Be Our Guest. I need a Necrotic Poison maybe.
Where you followed.
Gotta figure out what this is too. So playing a minion helps me get down a little bit closer. Maybe we know it's not barrier. That's about it. Deck was looking good, but the bad buckets are a problem. Yeah, okay. I think we have to risk counterspell here. We're already so far behind. I'm not really going to want to wait long on this. But the problem is we actually have to risk both counterspell and objection because I have minion-based and spell-based problems all in one card. But I guess the good news is we're going to get through these secrets one way or another. Okay, counterspell it is. Really a shame not to have a cheap spell in hand to test that, right? A Holy Smite, a Studies, basically one of a million great cheap spells in our deck, but sadly none available. And the hand just keeps getting worse, dude. This is unreal. Our buckets are failing us really hard right now, I feel like. Light Bomb is gonna come too late, but also maybe it's not even that good currently. Holy moly. Yeah, terrible shape right now. How is this? My hand is so bad.
Come closer. You can trust me. Just as
Let's this first. Oh, visit. All right. Interesting. Okay, Mr. Private Eye, go get him, buddy. I mean, we'll try to light bomb the. We're gonna get maybe a couple 2/2s out of it. Oh boy. Have we not tested an ice trap yet though? No, we have not. Oh boy. So maybe I should attack one of these first, huh? See if we can't figure out like snakes or something, right? It's just such a likelihood that it's ice trap. I don't know. I think cats are as likely, but I don't really have a choice. We're dead anyway, so we kind of have to. We kind of have to do our best here, I think. Pretty much GG either way. Motion denied, maybe? Or rats? Okay. So we're not dead. Okay, I need some healing though, man. What am I at here? 2 out of 4, so I can gain 5 if I hero power. Okay. Wow, we're like more in this than I thought we'd be. That went shockingly well. We're still almost dead, right? So I'm not feeling good, but dang, we're closer than I ever dreamed we'd be. Ooh, Halkias is a problem because of the stealth, dude. Yikes. It's a lot of board suddenly. Starfall, I might be able to snipe the Halkias, right? They didn't play, so we think that's motion denied. We certainly don't know what that is yet. I don't really care if it gets stuck in the... Well, there's no rogue secret that screws me here, right? Like sudden betrayal doesn't really matter. Evasion doesn't matter. Nice. Okay. Oh, they're gonna get that back though now off double cross potentially. Is it worth it to gain 5 armor to proc a double cross and give them a Halkias? It's like the same amount of... Shoot. It's basically now the same amount of order. I don't actually think it's an order issue, right? I didn't really have a choice. Oh, I guess I could have procced it first and then killed the Halkias. Yes, you're right. It probably is order. Okay, I'm not gonna risk the... Oh no, it's perjury, but that still matters because now the Halkias can't attack. Although I could have got the 5 for free though. So I don't know. Shoot. I just, like, is it worth the risk? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it is worth the risk because of perjury. Paladin Secret feels like eye for an eye, right? Okay. Okay. Bag of stuffing. I really have to hero power here. We're kind of dying. Counterspell though, dude. Oh my god. How much damage do I have? 8, 13, 15. Poison seeds? Poison seeds hero power is not terrible. Machete also does give me some play though, with like attacks. But I risk explosive trap. No, we think that's motion denied still. Wow, that guy's actually really gross. Jeez, do we think this could be Noble Sack maybe? I feel like I'm just dying here. Everything got too big and too gross too fast. Oh god. Oh god, I'm dead. Oh my god, I'm dead to that. Oh my god, I'm dead. Was there was a way through that, but I don't know what it was. I have to hit face with my face, so I can't take 2 to face. I think the first time I could have maybe not left the Halkias up the first time, right? Trade hero power, then trade off so that well, it wouldn't have mattered because it was perjury, so it wouldn't have mattered. I could have played around double cross well, which I didn't, but I couldn't have really played around perjury. The Halkias was always coming back. Trying to think, is there it felt like I really bumbled through that, but I don't actually know that there was a better way to to not bumble through it. Like, what do I take here? Starfire doesn't change anything. I get less armor, actually. That guy being a divine shield really slowed us down too because it took extra hits. I don't know. I don't see it personally, but yeah, Worshipper's pretty good for us. We have our quest line, so sure. We like Worshipper. Oh my god, dude. What do you gotta do to get some removal in this deck? Naturalizes removal, but my god. Hadronox is kind of garbage. I don't have hardly any taunts. I have like Goru. This is more tree support. I feel like, yes, we got the Brittle Bones that we were promised, but everything else about this deck has completely fallen apart. I'm gonna take Naturalize, honestly. Take the Crocs. The Crocs there. You can watch me die. Man. Brutal buckets. Totally brutal buckets. Which I guess that's good news, maybe. If that means this deck has an air of inconsistency to it, I guess I'm happy. We still haven't had a Zyrella pop off yet either, though. This is kind of an interesting early game, like death rattle package, but it's not really what we want, right? We want removal early. We want holy smites, we want condemns, we want devouring plagues, potentially fine, yeah. I wonder if this version of the list running the like druid damage stuff is more susceptible to bad buckets. I wonder if you get a fully priesty version that's more strict removal if you're better off. Wow, Greedy Gains Demon Hunter. Woo, somebody just asked me about this on YouTube and said, is it possible? And I was like, I think so. I think we've done it before, and here it is. There you go. So me playing minions now becomes a bit of a liability because they just get 2 3/3s off their hero power. That's gross. 2 3/3s that do extra damage, by the way. Kind of crazy. All right, well, I'll have to play this minion probably. Okay. I guess I think the question is, do I wait to play? Like, if they want to hit it with Illidari Strike, it still lives. It kills 2 things, but it's not maybe the most exciting card on board. I guess the question is, are they more likely to summon something next turn or not, so that I can attack my way? I think I still play it. If they want to hit it for 6, I still get a 4/4 to face, and then a 4/3 weapon next turn. The 4/3 is not good if I go 4 to face. Maybe we'll wait. I don't know. Depends on what they do, but I guess I'm not in a huge hurry this game. Wow, Relic Vault too. The Greedy Gains is insane for their relic guys too. Really nuts. Okay, surely now they can't target with their hero power. Surely now. This is worth it. I mean, surely now. It's gotta be better, right? It's gotta be better. Okay. I don't know how this works with my face. My face isn't really the weapon, so I'm sure this will be able to target my face, but kind of cool. You see, these are already 3/3s. That's so gross, dude. The Greedy Gains on this is absolutely absurd. I feel like I'm just kind of dead now, too.
Into ribbons.
Yeah, I don't really have a good... I didn't even think about my quest line. Oh my god, I totally forgot. It's just a baller for my quest line. I didn't even think. I honestly, legitimately forgot. It's just insane for my quest line too. Wow. I didn't even think about how insane that is. Wow. Wow. Oh, I could have done this one, left a 4/4 up. I guess maybe one more durability is possible on Remornia that way. Call it a whoopsie. I didn't think about it. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. So as soon as I re-equip Remornia again, assuming it's alive and everything, I just finished my quest line already. That's kind of nuts. Just one Remornia just completing the quest by itself. All right, that's a great hit for me with my face. Well, no, I don't have another target for Remornia to attack, actually. So no, I think we'll have to attack that. Oh, I can. If I attack it with Remornia, she dies. Dilemmas. I just hit face real hard here. Finish quest anyway. For 12, 14. See, if I hit here with Remornia, I'm leaving Remornia on board, and I'm not re-equipping Remornia. If I go face with Remornia, she goes to 4 durability, and then I attack, and I don't finish my quest line off Remornia, right? Kind of got a dilemma here a little bit. I can leave her on board and she probably doesn't die. So that's not like the biggest risk inherently. If I want to attack that minion, that is. Oh my. I think I saved the Gigafin, right? It's probably really good later.
Time grows short.
just don't love this turn. I don't love stranding a 6/4 Remornia. Also just kind of floating mana a little bit. The armor is theoretically better, but in case Remornia doesn't get to survive, because like Relic of Extinction could still kill it. You know, get the 2 just in case I have to rely on the Moon Touched to proc the next step of quest is the idea. No Smork. Like I said, if I Smork, Remornia dies to the trade, so I just don't feel good about that, right? It feels weird to have Remornia dying to the trade. Oh, Potion of Sparking, you jerk. What a jerk, dude. Gross. Forgot about Potion of Sparking, even having the 2/2 outs a liability. My god. Okay, so Moon Touched finishes quest line. I can't quite play What's His Dude yet, though. Can kill this. I'm just falling so far behind. Machete doesn't finish quest line, but it doesn't really have to yet, right? It doesn't really matter much. Let's do that. These minions all just die so freely to their insane hero power, though. Orange beard, orange shirt, orange drink. Yeah, the shirt is actually kind of a pink, really. I don't know if it's apparent or not. Probably not. It's just a little bit more of a sherbet than a straight up orange, but I'll count it. I'll allow it. This hero power is so gross. How do you beat this? I don't know how to beat this. Yeah, salmon. Yeah, it's honestly a little more sherbety than salmon, but you know, we're not gonna get in the weeds on this too much. It's close enough. It's close enough. Right. I'm actually thinking that my minions are so garbage anyway. Let's just save some life here and trade in the 2/2s. Saving this guy for an emergency. By the way, how do I draw all the invitations so quickly? It's kind of gross. I'm trying to think about how to piece together a victory here. Wow. Okay, so I was trying to kind of hold the Gigafin, but I think that's gotta die. So, Gigafin it is. Is there any way to position this Gigafin in a way that it like survives? I could maybe play something in between the taunt and the Gigafin. Does that ever matter a little bit? Yeah. Let's start here then and see what we get. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Nature Spells is kind of cool, but it's not cooler than a Z-Log. I honestly could just kill this the old-fashioned way and play a Z-Log and really greed this Gigafin. Oh, true. They can always hero power the Gigafin. That's a good point. Yeah, it never really survives, does it? Do I want to greed this Gigafin, guys? Like, maybe I just don't even... I think I need to make threats. I don't think I can greed the Gigafin, I'm sorry to say. I think I gotta develop threats. We're holding this for next board, right? Because this board's pretty full. Alright. Just make threats. Keep them on the back foot. 22 is pretty achievable right now, right? We have 10, 18 Z-Logs, another 8. Let's just put them on the back foot. I don't think if the game goes too long, we're ever going to win, so... Let's keep him in a weird spot. Oh, 6 mana Ultras. Holy crap. Greedy gains, dude. What do they have left here? Just hero power? Okay. Yeah, I mean, they don't really need the dude back. It's just going to be debuffed, you know. They're just trying to clear as much damage as possible, but... Is that enough? Oh, Extinction? Okay, that's pretty cool. That's sneaky. Does this live?
I'm short on time.
Yeah, it does. Is that ever enough for lethal? We have 8, 12. Some amount from Z-Log. I think Altruist has to die, right? I think we have to respect the damage output here, potentially. So let's go ahead and kill this, see what we find. I hate that this isn't going face, though. It's like, would I actually be better off running Maw in, since Maw has so little upside, and then I can save the Starfire later for kind of net 1 damage. Alternatively, could just ship it all face and say, screw your minions, I'm just gonna make another big wall and try to win. But I think the Altruist is just too punishing against the 1/2s, right? I just don't think that feels good. So maybe we just croc. It's the river croc time. I'll give up 1 here. Let's just make another board. Let's hope that these clean off, you know, like the 3-1 at least, of course. Maybe chip a little bit of face. Croc has finally... What just happened? Why are... Am I DCing really, man? Like, why didn't these go off, you know? Oh my god, dude. I think it's probably my internet today, guys. It's been really wacky all day today. I bet this is my fault, not Blizzard's. I've hiccuped a few times today. All right. Come on, baby croc. Hope my Z-Log actually went down on board there. I hope I didn't DC before that. Looked like I hit the intern button. Oh, you're kidding me? What? Dude, I came back immediately. I don't actually think that was me, by the way. I came back immediately. Oh my, why am I getting all of my quests at once? What is happening? Maybe he quit? Yeah, maybe he conceded. I don't know how to know. Choose your loot. We still are not getting offered any removal spells, but this is good to discover removal spells, I guess. Oh, he did! He conceded! Yes! We only have 1 life gone. We were at 4 wins before, right? Yes! The croc was too much for Blizzard servers and the opponent. Wow. Wow. The Z-Log was too much. All right. Man, I gotta say, by the way, guys, our Brittle Bones have been garbage so far. Absolute garbage Brittle Bones. We've been winning off Be Our Guest only, really, and just damage. This is really not feeling like a Brittle Bones deck much at all yet. I'm sure that will eventually come to fruition, but at the moment, man, oh man. Feels bad. I think using guidance to find a Be Our Guest is pretty cool. We can. No one's ever played the Crocolisk, so Blizzard servers didn't know what to do. They had a freak out there. That's funny. Big damage shaman here. Questline to gain this armor might be really important in this game. Life gain can go a really long way, but often not enough. They just have so much crazy pressure. I don't have any big heals in the deck, really. I got a Holy Nova. Heal 2. Holy Fire. Heal 5. Hey, speaking of... Yeah, I think, yeah, here we go. Perfect. I think I have to try to smork, right? I have to get the, no, I don't want to wait till like turn 4, right, to do it together. No, I think I have to get this ASAP just to swing better, kind of counter swing the board a little bit and hope for the best. Whack-a-knoll for 5. Good God. Okay, cool, dude. You're a star. Yeah, okay, sure. It's not bad against the 2-1. Let's go. Do they ever take 20 off this? I don't think so, right? I don't think you can. So next turn I play. I don't want to play Nameless One. I don't want to silence him. Could be worth it technically, I guess, but then I have a 7/7. If this 8 something maybe and grew, that would be kind of cool. Oh wow, Lava Burst and tank 10. Okay, that's still though, that saved me 10 life. It seems, and that was like a 20 health swing just now. That's pretty legit, I would say. I think I'm happy with that fact. I will 100% tempo an Aimless One. Yeah, I mean, hero power. Nah, I'm gonna tempo an Aimless One, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I like attack turns into armor, so I don't think armoring up is really ever worth it, but I just think I need to keep them mindful of my board as much as possible for now. I have the Holy Fire and the Zyrella to start gaining life later. I just want to play a bit of a counter tempo line, and at this point, you know, they're overloaded. They're maybe not gonna have the best possible decisions, although this certainly seems fine. I guess they're not clearing the minion here. They're gonna hit for whatever this is, 9. Okay, that gives me a really good machete, so that's fine. Yeah, we're engaging in a counter race here. Hopefully the Holy Fire penance here is enough to pull this race into my favor as opposed to theirs. Because we're creating quite a bit of damage out here. Pickaxe is scary, honestly. It's just a lot of mana very suddenly. Okay, so we'll just Holy Fire face this turn 100%. Could Lunar Eclipse my own minion here to make a 2/2? Is that ever worth it? I don't think so. We'll save that maybe for the penance next turn. Alright, so hopefully 20 here is fine. I mean, I've seen 8 mana is a lot of mana. I've seen crazier things, right? I don't feel 100% safe, honestly. I really think we could die. I mean, hero power alone is already 6. So then you've got 6 mana to find, you know, extra ways to manipulate that, Rockbiter weapons and stuff. That's 2 mana for 6 damage. That's 12. Another Rockbiter's another 6 damage. That's 18. You got 2 mana left. A third Rockbiter weapon. Oh god, I saw him targeting face. I was like, do not do this to me. Okay, that's actually a big deal, not healing the full amount. That's pretty nice. Is 16 doable for me? I have 5, 11. 4 is 15 right now. Wow. That is so much damage again. Good god, dude. Hit minions, please. Okay, that saves me 3. Hit the 4/4. Oh my god, it went face, dude. So gross. Okay, what do we have here? 8 and 3 is 11. None of this goes face quite yet, so we'll probably have to penance our own minion here to be a little safer. I'm gonna hero power 2, which gains, you know, a little bit of life from the quest line. Is 12 enough, for God's sake? Oh, let's hope so, right? Did I ever have lethal if I kill off one of my own dudes here? Hold up, I think I have lethal. Yeah, this is just lethal, right? Yeah, this is lethal. Oh no, it doesn't work on. Oh, it doesn't work on friendlies anymore. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't work on friendlies anymore. It's not lethal. Ignore that. It doesn't work on friendlies anymore. They changed it. I forgot. I can't kill my own stuff off. Ignore that. I was trying to. If you saw what I was trying to do, I was trying to make 2 brittle bones and kill them off. I had the mana to kill both, but it doesn't work on friendlies anymore. Extended BM indeed. It doesn't work. It would be lethal though. If it did work. Oh my god, there's the rock biters. Am I dead? That's 8, and the other one's a little less, so they might need this to snipe face. Oh my god, if I lose because I killed off one of my extra minions. Oh my god, don't hit face. Okay. Do they have 1? Do they have 1? Oh my god! They still have so much insane... Dude, that's so gross. How do you beat that? I healed for 1 billion. I did an insane amount of counter pressure. Like, come on. How do you beat that? How do you literally beat that? I healed for 1 billion? Man, if Brittle Bones actually still worked on friendlies, I would have won. I had the lethal. If it still worked. I forgot they nerfed it. Man, that would have been nice. Boy, I don't really want any of these. I kind of dig in the astral portal just to be another like bad BR guest, you know? just give me another bad BR guest. Can't take Zeph because of the invitations, right? Dude, how do you win that? Yeah, heal for 1 billion and 2 apparently. Crazy, dude. Trying to think about like, could we have done anything differently that game? I feel like we did every point of healing possible, right? Could have tried to get another step in the quest line, but then I wouldn't have had the time to kill them. Like I would have been, you know, 2 turns behind killing them probably without making as many minions. For instance, the 4/4, you know, and I had to absorb those lightning bolts too. Boy, that sucked. That was really tough. All right. Yeah, I like that. I don't think we keep this, do we? You don't really expect this game to go that long. I don't think so.
Utterly impossible.
This usually kills me faster than Bag of Stuffing will warrant being in hand. Dude, we still have not had a single Brittlebone Zyrella because nobody plays minions. This deck demands that you play against a lot of people running minions, but I feel like we barely have anybody play any minions. The last few games, you know, there's been no minions. Everybody just wants to hit face for 7 on turn 1. This dude has 0 chill. Prep, hero power, eviscerate on turn 1. 0 chill. Man, I thought we were playing a bit of an evil deck, but it turns out maybe our deck is actually the least evil. Hey, Winged Burrito with a gifted sub because Star Champ apparently bet 100,000 dust on this game. I don't know which direction you bet, but wish you the best, I guess, either way, huh?
For the league.
Okay, well, we're ahead by 2 health. That means we're winning, right? That's all I know. Yeah, I have gotten very little support, but I don't think it really matters much. As we said, I don't think people are playing that many, I don't think people are playing too many, need to test counterspell here. I don't think people are playing a lot of minions. It's the first minion I've seen in ages. Really do want to corrupt that mostly, right? Yeah, this feels like well, not an evasion, I guess. What does this feel like? I don't know.
Is there trouble?
There's a minion, but I can't freaking target it. Starfall can hit it, I guess, at some point. I can silence it and then naturalize it. That's kind of fun. Is that worth it? Maybe? Love giving them extra cards, though, to be honest. Let's test a Flame Ward, I guess, first. Nope. Feels like Oasis Ally, maybe.
Closer. You can trust me.
This is really worth it, man. This feels weird. I mean, it helps me win the board, which is cool, but I don't know. 32 is a long way to go still. We got 10 on board, 14 if you count the death rattles. I mean, quite a bit coming together in hand, I guess. I can light bomb these, but again, we unfortunately don't get our stupid dudes anymore. These face attacks have no chill whatsoever, man. Zero chill. Well, we can't lose with him on our side. I know that.
For the league.
Our rigging enough quest here might make all the difference, but this next guff step is the really hard one. I don't have a good way to get this next guff step done, really. Without machete or something. Prep at 7 mana is a scary way to start. Jeez. Like, oh god, what do they got planned, you know? Okay, that's a decent light bomb target, I guess. Can't say I feel especially excited about light bombing a 7/6, but I don't think I have another good play. And I definitely don't want to take 7 to the dome. So, here we go. Yay. Okay. Pure Cold.
Is there trouble?
Into Laughing Sister. So that's a Pit Croc target. But we are at 26 and losing fast. And I don't feel like I'm going to get my damage there in time. Nor do I think I'm going to get a Guff ready to heal in time. It's just 3 hero powers is basically a lifetime away. This is 7 and 5 is 12. 14. I may have to start hero powering for armor now since the Guff is so far away. I don't see another angle there. Ooh, okay, that might be counterspelled though, unfortunately. Let's start working our way through these bad boys and see. 4 mage spells is insane. 4 mage secrets is insane. Test objection first, I guess. I mean, it's almost certainly going to be a counterspell. Oh, we're better off counterspelling Portal than Invitation, right? So if it goes through, what am I doing? Well, we think one's Oasis Ally, we're pretty sure. I think one of these is definitely going to be a counterspell. What's that last one? Maybe a Mana Bind? There's the counterspell. Okay, I wonder if I'm ever better off hero powering or invitationing. Boy, it feels like, oh, Mana Bind's really good for them, unfortunately.
Time grows short.
Oh, why is that 0? How have none died? Are you kidding me? Is it just saying 0 there? Oh, okay. I'm not going to greed this because I don't think the game's going to last long enough. I'm just going to play the 6/8 here and take 2 skeletons. I think that's just, we're just going to have to accept it because I don't know how many more I'm even going to get, right? Because they're just not playing any minions hardly. A few dream cards here and there, but not enough that holding on to this for 3 or 4 turns is going to make a difference. We're not going to get to like 9 skeletons anytime soon, I don't think. So this does 6 to face. There's their invitation. What are they at? 15, 10 away. It's not too bad. Clear that here, but it's just weak. I need to find like a holy fire soon. Invitation again. Okay, that's actually more exciting. Gaia is definitely some face damage here. Yeah, we like that. Okay. Ever just play a Goru to follow this up, or am I hero power starfiring? I guess I'm hero power starfiring. I think the question is, am I hero powering aggressively or defensively? I don't know. I don't know. I think we go ahead and... Well, this guy's gonna proc an Oasis ally, though. Do I even attack it? I mean, we think anyway. We're pretty sure. I could certainly starfire the Oasis ally, but I just don't want to, you know? It seems pointless to me. Let's just double check for sure. Ah, it's actually a freaking ice block. Are you kidding me? I don't know if that's better or worse, but I'm pretty sure it's worse. I'm pretty confident it's worse. All right. I don't know about this either. Like, am I better off armoring? It's hard to know, but this could set up an ice block pop at least. This is insane to have ice block, dude. I cannot catch a break this run. Well, we have got some breaks to be our guests, to be fair. We've had some insane game steals, but at this stage, I don't know if I can catch a break or not. Okay, surely this thing gets removed, right? Yeah, right. There's another idiot Drake, sure. I haven't really had anything yet, right? Goru's in hand, of course. It's a possibility. Boy, can I rely on Goru, or I need to try to kill this with like Starfall, Lunar, and Hero Power? I mean, Hero Power face, I mean, just to get closer to Guff. This game is actually going long enough that the Guff is going to be relevant, maybe. I never thought that would happen. We haven't tested counterspell, so if my Lunar Eclipse gets counterspelled, I'm not clearing that. Maybe in that case, I'm just playing Goru?
The stakes are high.
Hard to know. I hate starfalling a 7/6 again, by the way, but it's just where we're at in the game. Barrier? What is this gonna be? Yeah, it is. Okay. I mean, this is so hard to kill off too. Like, when am I ever gonna have 9 mana to play this? These expensive cards are feeling really stranded in hand. Without the naturalize, right? It's just gone. 9 mana is outrageous. Oh boy. More face hits. That's not what we wanted to see. I need that Zyrella, dude. It pops a block. It gives me healing. Like, Zyrella is 100% my best. I mean, it honestly may not pop a block, because let's see, the Kel'Thuzad only had 2 minions, if you remember. It was really quite surprising how few minions are in the... So I can't get Guff here, by the way. So maybe we just take this turn to be a Guff turn. Let's start here, though, and see if anything... Oh, interesting. Do we think this is lethal yet, though? I don't think it is, right? But a second one is insane, so I think I take it anyway, right? It just doesn't matter because I get a second one, and then who cares about Guff? We can do that later. It was never lethal because of the ice block, but you know what I mean? Ice block lethal, let's say. I think 18's way too much, though. But if it can clear this, it's still nice. Oh, the Volatile Elemental! Oh, that helps me get some extra face hits. Cool. Is there enough? Wow, not even close, honestly. So how many were there? There were... 5? Only 5. Jeez. Okay, that is technically enough to proc it next turn, as is Guff, of course, and as is Ping, of course, too. Ping plus whatever. Fan of Knives, okay.
Is there trouble?
Laughing Sister, sure. Exorciser Face, okay. Oh, I can't actually proc Guff anymore, I just realized. Dang, I'm like reliant on the Zyrella now, but this will pop a block 100% and clear the board, and then next turn I should have the ping again, right, for the win. I don't really need Guff anymore. Oh nice, that's a good order. Not that it matters now, but so I will have Shadow again next turn, right, because I'm resetting to this one again. Yeah, this plan works. Okay. Yeah, it's back to shadow again. Okay. Yeah, so this is a perfect plan as long as I'm alive, which is certainly not a guarantee. But 5 armor again doesn't hurt. Clearing the board doesn't hurt. Okay. I can still get a guff, of course, but we saw what, Machete and Worshipper in deck somewhere. Not at the bottom necessarily, but either of those would get us a guff. But this plan is better for now. Oh, they had a Reno? Come on, dude. Why do you do this to me? It's banned, right? So they'd have to get it out of a bucket somehow. Do they have lethal and do they have healing? Those are the two questions, right? They need 22 damage on top of their weapon, which that's a lot. Even their torch and stuff right now is not really doing that much. Nice. Playing a skeleton might have been a better play. I think we only had 10 damage in the skeletons, right? So, oh, well, I guess with the volatile skeleton we had enough, but if it had gone last, or not the volatile skeleton, the volatile elemental, if it had gone last, we actually wouldn't have popped the block unless because we only had 10 skeletons. So if that went off, like if the skeletons killed the 3/5 and then the elemental went off, there would have only been 4 damage to face, which wouldn't have popped the block. The only way to guarantee the pop block is to ping face first because of potential ordering. They don't go in order, right? I don't think anyway. Hey, this is actually a pretty good bucket for us. I wonder if it's the right bucket though. Or like, is it better off that we just hit our invitations better? Like, do I want to increase the odds of hitting invitations? Man, I don't really like this enough, guys. I don't think. I think invitations are too good. I think Pit Crocolisk is too good. I think Machete's too good. Zyrella is too good. I can't. If I could trade out, one of those garbage mid-game buckets we grabbed, mid-run buckets, and trade it for that every second, right? Every day. If I could get rid of the Goru and trade it for a Shadow Word Death in a heartbeat, right? But I don't think adding now is gonna make the deck better. Okay, so that kind of saved the... Oh boy, I love this. Is this the same guy? I don't remember the names well enough. Okay, glad I don't get these in the... Oh my god, dude. 3 highest cost cards in the deck other than Zyrella. God. Okay. Another big boy. Jeez. That can be good against Weapon Shaman if I get that far, but getting that far is the risk. That's the hard part. So if it's the same dude... oh, not the same dude. Okay, different guy. Different treasures here. Pillage and Idols, which Idols probably isn't super useful in a Weapon Shaman as much because you can't, like, stack Rockbiter weapons at end of turn. It doesn't help you. Might still be scary with, lava bursts if they hit face and stuff. Who knows? But Pillage is pretty spooky, though. A lot of extra damage and inevitable damage pushes with the Ferocious Flurry. Good old Ferocious Furry. Yeah, totally worth to get a 2/2, I think. Just get out ahead here. We can coin a hero power we'd like next turn if we want to keep the quest line moving, which we do. I think the armor gain is really important in this one. I decide not to take 6 off this, but I might take more over time. Who knows? I think the question is, do we coin or not? Can coin a suspect next turn? I think I do. I think I need to get the armor off the quest ASAP. Might mean I have a bit of a mana float for the next turn, but we're back on course on 4, maybe on 5. Would love for them to play a reasonably sized minion here, just to naturalize. Yeah, that's exactly fine. 100% naturalizable. The naturalize is scary because we give them resources, but it's just how we advance the game. I just have to get 2/2s. I have to attack face, so it's a necessary evil. Volatile hero power might be worth it next turn, honestly. The suspect's not so good that it has to come down, I don't think. Do you eat from the front of the spoon or the side when you eat soup and such? Oh, I dribble it down the handle. I hold the round part of the spoon and I let it drip down the stem. Oh, no, don't do that. Nope, don't do that. Nope. Delete the clips. Delete the clips. Nope, delete the clips. Nobody saw that. Nope. Delete the clips. Delete the VOD. Oh god, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. It's a shame this duel's run ended so abruptly, man. Jeez, it's a real shame. How Regis eats breakfast, dude. They are up for the race right now. Holy crap. I feel like I'm gonna win the race though at this stage. Maybe anyway. This thing is annoying to kill. It's actually kind of the exact wrong shape for me. I think I necrotic it anyway though. I mean, this is just weird, right? It's just weird math and stuff. Feels strange, but I think it's correct. Okay, so next turn I gain another 5. Assuming there's a next turn, I gain another 5 armor, but they're also just at 13 now. I have, 11 on board. Do they have to tidy up my board, right? God, that clip, dude. Okay, that definitely helps them. Jeez. Oh my god, just a chill 14. Oh my god, this deck is so annoying to play against. Hero power gains me 5. I would love like another heal here. Hit your own guy. Nice. Okay. Umbral Owl is playable, which is nice. I mean, 20 feels like a lot here. Hadronox is useless. Owl, let's see, I'm hitting for 5 and 2 is 7. They're going to 6, so Owl hero power is a little better here than Suspect hero power, but I don't know, man. Mana wise, I can play the Owl next turn maybe. This could also have a taunt inside of it. I think it's enough either way with the 2/2 hitting potentially. The question is 15 enough, right? I think often, but scary. I have the Winged Guardian as well. Oh, the stupid weapon, dude. I'm so sick of this thing. Serpent Shrine. Well, that doesn't really create an extra target. I might have targeted a thing that gave you an extra proc. Maybe they're trying to clear a little bit. Maybe they're worried about being dead. Okay. Of course it goes face. This is fine. Okay. Really a shame we didn't have Pit Croc lethal, but we'll take it. Woo! What a race, dude. Okay, so that's what I was expecting to happen last time, but the opponent just got there last time. This time they didn't. Man. Oh boy. I can't watch that clip. I can't watch it. I like Living Presence. We want armor gain, right? I think that's fine. Although we do have a ton of tree and stuff. Mulch Muncher's not it. I can't watch the clip. I can't watch the clip. I can't watch the clip. I hold the round part of the spoon and I let it drip down the stem. I swear to God. I know it seems like I was planning that, but I swear to God I wasn't. I swear to God it was totally organic. Oh boy. Like sometimes I do it. Oh I'm gonna die. Oh, sometimes I do it intentionally, you know, like I'll make a funny innuendo, but that was completely innocent, which I'm not sure if that's good or bad. The same color as my shirt, I think. All right, let's of course this is a YouTube run at 7 wins, of course. Let's keep healing and removal, right? Okay. Oh, greedy gains, weird. Okay, greedy gains here is gross, dude. Just 4/4 hero powers all the time. Why is greedy gains so good today? So this feels like well, it's not a Brittle Bones deck, huh? I don't know what they're gonna do. But I am nervous. Hey, Melmo Jenkins, dude. Oh, it's Jailer. Okay, might be a Jailer, yeah. Relic stuff, maybe. That's so gross. How do I kill that? Pin its hero power later, but that's annoying. That's a pain. Why do I keep drawing the Stubborn Suspect? Oh, cool. Great. Great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to censor that on YouTube. Yeah, great. This is a problem, guys. We're screwed. I don't even care about the quest line that much, but it's just a real pain. Like already 2 4/4s is gross. I honestly need like a Naturalize or an Insane Be Our Guest. It's not a Pit Crocolisk, I can tell you that. Boy, I mean, this doesn't even really do anything at this stage. What good is the quest?
The stakes are high.
I just don't know what to do here. This feels completely hopeless. Part of me wants to just hero power and hit that, but I want to play the quest first. I'm just so dead. I won't have time to like light bomb later. I don't know. I'm looking at my deck trying to see what card here is good enough. Maybe a Lunar Eclipse, maybe a Be Our Guest, but oh my god, dude. Why do they have so many tokens? Okay. This needs to be like Gigafin or something. I don't know. Onka into Stubborn Suspect. I mean, that's so bad, but it's the best play I have. This is gonna be a motion denied or a rat trap.
You got the wrong guy, pal.
Okay. All right. I mean, this equalized a little, but they can just hit me for a chill 18 real quick, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I have no draws that help either. Poison Seeds, honestly, wouldn't be enough. It's gonna leave me dead usually. Trade Penance trade here is kind of cool, but you got to worry about now like a freezing trap. Just a mile behind here, man. With absolute, I mean, look at these draws, dude. Where are my removal cards? Okay. Dude, that's actually sort of legit, but too late, right? It's too late. So there's 9 and 4, 13 out. I have to heal here. Be alive. Kind of sad to coin because I think Light Bomb was one of my few outs. Oh god, dude, this deck's crazy. Like a token hunter, greedy gains token thief hunter. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm not even mad. It's nuts. Glad it's a deck I'm not used to fighting against. Oh, not attacking first is a bold call. Okay. not sure they read the text on that one, but it's Poison Seeds my only out, and even it's not enough. Oh, okay, that's an out, but it's probably gonna be an ice trap, so not really an out. Oh, dude, King Mosh, bro. Trade Mosh. I'm still just dead though. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Still just dead. Should have been dead last turn anyway. It's not like it matters, right? It doesn't matter. It's cool, but snipe, great. Oh, you're right. Poison Seeds is 4/4s. Yeah, you're great point. Yeah, what do the Poison Seeds do? You're kidding me, Dark Trap too. Screw this guy, man. This is brutal. My hand is utter garbage. I mean, look at all these cards we didn't want in all of our buckets, right? Imagine if these were all Holy Smites and, you know, Lighted Burns and, you know, actually good removal cards. That would be great. Like if we'd gotten that Shadow Word Death instead of I just thought of the clip again. God dang it. Dan B3, man, thanks for the Prime sub, dude. What status? I didn't even see your bits. You show us how you hold this. 7 wins is great, guys. Yeah, Hadronox, exactly. Like, what the heck is that, dude? What is that? Still 7 wins. I mean, you don't mind going infinite. That's fine. So not exactly what I was looking to do with that. I wanted to really showcase that deck one more time. Maybe I'll put the Xyrella game in a video anyway, like showcase that as a highlight. Was that the game with the spoon, or was that was against the shaman? Maybe I'll put both of those together so that the spoon can make it to YouTube. That might be pretty fun. Dude, that laughing that hard gave me a headache. I got a headache now. Suspicious 20-second edit. Xyrella, skeletons, Duels, 10. Put the spoon behind a paywall. Idolox, thanks for the 31 months, man. Like I'm worn out from laughing so hard. I need to hydrate or something. It gave me a headache. I'm legit like took it out of me. Oh man. Check out the Tavern Special. I'm thrilled that this is in this screen now too. Great. Let's see the Tavern Special. 3 legendaries and 90 wild packs. Seemingly random numbers for 6,000 runestones. At least all of these runestone bundles are... Oh, I got an Evolved Shaman offered to me. I already have all these cards. These are all at least clean runestone denominations, which frankly has not always been the case. Is that true in Mercenaries right now? Caffeine and bullets, dude. Thanks for the 10 months, man. Yeah, Mercenaries even has clean runestone denominations. They used to have 1200s in here. That's nice. That's good news. It's Battlegrounds? Yeah, but Battlegrounds, they took away the hero skins. They told us runestones, the reason we're doing runestones is so that you can buy individual hero skins for, what is it, 150 runestones or whatever? And that's why we're doing runestones, that we can have smaller denominations in the shop, and they're already gone. It was a month. And they're gone. So in other words, at the moment, there is absolutely zero reason for anyone to have runestones. So there you go. All right, guys, we're gonna play some standard. That was a good long duels run. I don't have time to do a full another duels run. So we're gonna play some standard, And we may have to do that Zyrella run again. I wanted a good long duels run of that build, since it's kind of a common build now. And a little annoying maybe. But we'll see. I don't want to do it too much. Did you talk about how you used to be able to buy the mini set with gold? You still can, I think. So I guess I didn't talk. I think you still can, right? Oh my God, what is happening? Yeah, chat says you still can. They agree. Yeah, it's not showing it anymore. But I'm pretty sure you can. Everybody says you can. I think only the golden one is rune stones. All right, anyway, we're gonna play more of this secret Vanndar rogue. I really wanted to make a video of this. I was not happy with my games I had after finishing editing them, or half finishing the edit. I was like, oh, these games suck. So I need to actually, now that I know what I'm doing with this deck, I want to play this a little more, get some cool games with this one to make a video, probably for tomorrow, actually. So, anyone who wasn't here last time we played this, this is a Vanndar Miracle Rogue. It's a really crazy deck, honestly. You discount your Vanndar with a Bone Spike or a Shadow Step, and then all of your minions cost 1 or 0, and you create some absolutely obscene pop-off turns. And if you don't get Vanndar, it's a little harder to win, but you still can. It's not impossible. So, we're going to hard mulligan for Vanndar, because he is the most important card. We like Bone Spikes too, but we can get more Bone Spikes. There's only one Vanndar, so until we find Vanndar, Bone Spikes don't matter. So let's just maximize all our odds at finding the Vanndar as soon as we can, because in a 40 card deck, that is absolutely not trivial to do. So kind of just gonna play the game out normally until we see our buddy Vanbro. Hair is looking like kind of fancy today, honestly. I don't know, man. I'm like kind of like looking kind of fancy, Reg. Kind of dig it. My beard's getting a lot longer. I've been letting it grow. You always take rune. I mean, they took wildfire because they played it. We know that, but I don't need a dead. Well, I guess wildfire could help me actually. Throwing it away, even a cheap card, is good because of Draka and stuff, right? So I guess I take the wildfire, even though it's pointless to me. Still has some utility as a 1 mana card. So, okay, they're already on a 3 damage hero power on turn 2. That's scary. Super spooky. Four damage. That actually wasn't the same wildfire. I didn't. Screw me, I guess. Jeez Louise, dude. Well, I just can't win, right? I mean, how do I win now? What on earth? Okay, a lot of 0 mana spells right now. Man. Shadow Step, Draka, any cool? Man, if I hit a Bone Spike, we could be in freaking business, dude. I mean, we don't really need to go yet, I guess, but scabs. Oh my goodness. I need like 1 more mana though. I don't think it's time just yet. I guess we take spell here. 5 mana, I don't know. A little weird. Okay. How do I win this, guys? This is not my expertise, right? This is not where I shine in a turn like this one. But I now that I have 6 mana, I can spend 1 mana on Draka and a Shadow Stepped Scabs, and I think make some cooler plays maybe, but okay, so they played a secret. and we countered it. Why is there a secret still? Oh, that's the original secret up still? Did they have a counter spell up? Am I insane?
Not impressed.
I definitely zoned out on what happened here, I'm gonna be honest with you. Counter spell, okay. Do I go right now? Ooh. Okay.
Choose soon.
Out of the kitchen and into the frying pan.
Shoot, I should have wildfired first. This is a mistake. I still go here, I think, because it's just so big, but I could have wildfired first. I made a boo-boo. If I did it after, of course, I lose the discount on the scabs. I needed to wildfire pre-scabs, but I boo-booed. So now this is dead. It does nothing. But I think I'm still happy to go here. Oh my god, dude. Reckless is so gross. This should be a 7-3, which actually... maybe at 19. As of yet, doesn't make a difference. But yeah, crazy turn. Unfortunately, got completely wiped out. Oh, dude. Perjury's bad too because it doesn't enable the contact.
Here we go.
Okay, so I need to find 8 more damage, right? How do I find that? This deck's not really that high on damage output, honestly. Dude, these wildfires are killing me, dude. So that's a counter spell, we know. Okay, so I was just saving this wildfire for the Dawn Grasp counter spell. You guys just aren't on my level, okay? That's all it is. Honestly, explosive trap, I mean, we're kind of pushing face a little, but just doesn't do much. I think ally is theoretically better, but it just feeds this stupid hero power. I don't know. The 5 healing here changes a lot, honestly. Genius plays. Absolutely genius plays. I'm gonna brand so I can give them back whatever I can give my I don't know how this works, to be honest, dude. But I like Bran here, I think. So we're gonna take a good... oh, what is this garbage? Okay, so I'm gonna take the bartender and give them a Denathrius, and then I'm just gonna... this does nothing. Literally does nothing. I take the Denathrius back and give them a part. What is the point of this? It draws me a card, yes, but why, Regis? Why? What is the goal here, bro? Oh my god, dude. Is it worth it to draw a card? I don't know, maybe. Brilliant plays. Yeah, information is valuable. That's true too. Yeah, we did get some insights. They had a pretty garbage hand. Bartender here clears the 3/2, so they might push face, which means they take an explosive trap. I have 5 on board. They're at 11. I need to find 6 more damage.
Oh, what's troubling you?
It's not gonna be easy. Losing my 3/2 also sucks because I don't draw anymore. I don't know. Just drawing 1 here, was that really worth it? Am I better off just playing these and holding the contact, maybe? I mean, now that I know they have a chatty bartender, sure, but we didn't know that initially. Oh, this could be very good. What is the secret? Do we know what this is right now? We don't know what this is, right? We kind of assume it might be barrier, huh? Could be another counter spell though, too. Let's just think about what we grab here. Bones. Oh, tooth is damage. Tooth is damage. These aren't damage, but this is a lot of card draw. We think it's barrier. This is 6, 7.
Pick me!
Any more damage outs here? Oh my, oh my. Dude, this deck is so insane. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Well, that's actually a mistake there. Wow, dude. Dude, this deck is gross. Dude, that was so cool. Holy crap. Again, every time I feel like there's like 3 or 4 things I could have done a little better. That one, the one thing in not playing the wildfire actually worked out for us really well. So that was sort of an accidental, we lucked into that being a good play, weirdly. I feel like there's maybe 7 or 8 things I could do differently in this deck, but I keep winning. I just keep finding the way to win, regardless of any optimizations, It's one of those decks where you feel like there's 47 different lines every turn, but it just does, when it's working, it does so much so well that you tend to just, get there. You just kind of make your way. So again, I think it's always hard mulligan for Vanndar. No Vanndar. All right. Priest is scary. Thief Priest, we've beaten with this deck a couple times. We lost once, though. That's actually good to see. A chance to hit some Vanndars. Okay. Shadow Steps are fine. Can do an Edwin Shadow Step if nothing else, but Edwin's really better post Vanndar for sure. Well, the whole deck's better post Vanndar, obviously. I think that's just generally true. Why is Vanndar good? He makes all the minions your deck cost 3 less, so that's awesome for like miracle turns. It's a good extortion. I was gonna Shroud, but I think this into Gone is fine. Vanndar. No Vanndar. Contact or Private Eye. Coin Eye next turn's a little wacky. Double Cross is a lot of draw. Contact's better in general. I really want to play Shroud next turn. I go Cutlass Shroud. That's pretty nice, I guess. Shroud is currently the only card that costs mana, so we know we can hit the Shroud, make it a little cheaper for next turn, maybe play something if we can. Do your worst, Vanndar. Our Scabs is gone. What a sad day. Still no Vanndar, dude. Boy, oh boy. This deck definitely gets a lot harder to win with no Vanndar. Can still try to make some big Draka plays, but it's going to come way later, I bet. Also, we don't have Denathrius either, so I feel like you have to have one of Vanndar or Denathrius, and maybe by turn 5, basically. That might be about the time it's important to get it going. We can Shadow Step the Vanndar now still, so it's a big commitment for 6 mana, but would be necessary if we got it off the top. We don't, alas. Behemoth is probably the spookiest overall. Envy, I don't really care too much about. All right. Seems like you made this deck work with 30 cards. I think the risk is if you like, yes, that increases your odds of finding Vanndar, which I agree, that sounds enticing, but we've ran into multiple instances where we kind of ran out of cards that were discounted, because once you get everything to 1 mana, you start cycling through your deck so fast. We actually hit fatigue on numerous instances, and I think we needed more to pump up the Denathrius on occasion as well. So I do agree with you instinctually, but in practice, there was a few times now where I felt like maybe that didn't quite work out the way we expect. No death rattles, right? Oh, dang. I mean, I need cards, so we'll take a silver leaf, I guess.
Lapdogs, all of you.
Double cross? I think I got a shadow step a school teacher, maybe? I don't have to, I guess, but no, maybe Theator's better. All right, man, we are really stranded on plays here. I'm not working towards either win condition, which makes me nervous. We lost our scabs too, so we fall behind, we actually lose maybe. That's another problem. Oh, dude, that scabs is cheap. Oh no, dude, they got my Vanndar. Come on, dude, that's cruel. That's so cruel. If I'd known, we could have theatered it, you know, if they'd held it, we could have maybe got it next turn. Terrible timing for us. Boy, oh boy. We have nothing interesting to do. I can take my scabs back, maybe. Shouldn't it be way cheaper? Am I crazy? Does it not show the discount? They have a Shadow Word Death, by the way. Keep that in mind. I guess that. I don't know. Oh, it was stolen, not copied. This is such a picky little thing that the game demands of us to know. I like kind of need to kill that brand, but I can't. I have a way to do that. I guess a bone spike might. Yeah, it's probably worth it, right? Just because brand's so scary. Probably has to be worth it. All right. Yeah, we're definitely losing this game right now. We're super far behind with no outs that I can see readily coming. We could maybe do some brand Denathrius stuff, but again, our Denathrius is not getting big right now. He's staying small. Okay, so every minion in their deck is cheaper by 3. I have no good plays. I have nothing interesting to do. Man, they are doing such a better job with my cards than I am. I'm so sad about it too. Draka is a pseudo win condition, but everything's so expensive. I mean, even now, if you look at the Vanndar, right? There's not a lot of minions left for me to Vanndar into. This hits literally nothing. Are you kidding? No discounts. On tilt now, dude. Gotta go here, I guess. We're just out of place. A little late in the turn, right? But just out of place. Hey, Denathrius finally. Okay. Of course, that's the card I get off Edwin. Naturally. I'm gonna leave the Edwin out. I think the Shadow Step has more value elsewhere, to be honest. I don't think it's worth it to Shadow Step the Edwin right now. There's plays with like multiple Draka weapons. There's some cool things I can do to try to win with Shadow Step. Denathrius himself, of course, chief among them. So I'm gonna hold these Shadow Steps to win. They've already played their Theatar, so the Denathrius here. Oh no! Don't no. I was literally mid-sentence to say the Denathrius now might be safe. I have 4 minions, dude. Literally mid-sentence, man. God. Mid sentence, dude. I can't even really kill that easily, and I'm not going to commit the scabs to it yet, so. Alright. I don't know this, but we're going to do it. Which one is the Edwin card? This is the Edwin card, right? That's the Edwin card, so I'll play it. Hey, buddy, you finally showed up. Cool. Welcome, welcome, dude. Oh, scabs would be sick. Unfortunately for us, Edwin doesn't even contest the 14-14 right now. How lame is that? Oh, I forgot to discount him. I'm gonna be straight with you guys. It's not like it matters anyway. There's only 4 minions left anyway or something, but I totally forgot. I just played it. I can shadows of him later if I want, but I think it's too late, right? It's just no point. There's not enough minions left to be worth it at this stage. I'm better off using the shadow step for other threats like Draka. I mean, I guess there's what, 8 minions left?
By the ascent.
Might be worth it. Let's see if it lives, right? If it lives, maybe we'll think about it. How did the Elise Brittlebones run end up scoring? I don't want to spoil it, but it was okay. Pretty good. Let's say pretty good. I don't know what the right way to describe its win total was, but it was more than 6, but less than 8. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know. I gotta be honest, the opponent's taking a really long time to play, which sometimes means they're watching the stream. I don't know. Maybe they DC'd here. Have they been doing it every turn or just this turn? Maybe it's just this turn. Seems like they're going really last minute, so maybe it's just this turn. Maybe they DC'd or something. Sometimes that's a sign, but not always. Oh, Visage, dude. I might be able to set up a sick Visage with this Mutanus. We have enough health that we can risk it a bit. Okay. Interesting. So I can actually Shadow Step this guy now if I want, which I don't have a ton of card draw for, but I kind of dig it. I don't know. Maybe we're better off with the Draka, but this could help enable the Draka too, if you think about it. Right? You think about it. Ooh, 0 mana Brand's fun. Perhaps not very fun. You guys think this hits face? I think there's a chance, right? Tell them about the spoons. No, I'd rather not mention the spoons. You prefer that's deleted. Oh, yes! I'm a genius. Yes, Shadow or Death's fine. I got the 14's what I was looking for, right? That's crazy good. Okay. Does this make cards cost 6 less or the next 4? No, it would be makes them cost 6 less, right? I don't know how that works. It's not worth doing is the question, I guess. All right. Judgment of Justice could be cool in that as well. Barrier's sort of similar, but oh, I need card draw that I don't have. Oh, it is combo. Oh yeah, not battle cry. It does nothing. Good point. Good point. I don't have any card draw, guys. I'm literally stranded here. Well, that's stressful. This is a really good chance for us to advance our pressure here. What's the biggest Draka I can get? Something like 4, 5, hit for 6 or something. Ugh. It's not really good enough. Feels like maybe this is a Scab's turn then. Kind of hate giving the Mutanus back though. Maybe it's just an Okani turn because who cares? I don't really need anything else. Just wait a turn, but if I don't find card draw soon, we're really gonna be in trouble. I don't know, pretty much everything here is really bad. The Okani just dies anyway, so I don't think it matters. Ugh, I need card draw, I need Shroud, I need field contact. We'll see. If you double the combo, it is 6 less. Yeah, but Brand doesn't do it. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Should have killed that maybe, but I'm going face, so who knows? I should have killed it. What am I saying? Why wouldn't I kill it? Oh, okay. 9 mana to go. Oh boy. I just need damage. I need draws. I need field contact, really, is what I need. Clean, okay. I should have killed that 1/1. What am I doing? Like, why? This is just gonna kill me now. I'm gonna give it back to him anyway, so like what difference does it make? If I scabs, I risk losing my Draka, which is what I don't want to do. But I have to kill this thing too. Okay. Sinister Strike is 6. Okay. Can't do that and scabs right now though. Well, if I go this scabs, no.
Keep your enemies close, and your shins closer. Slice and dice.
Don't eat my good cards. That's the only lesson here. Don't eat my good cards. Don't eat my good cards.
What knowledge
Don't eat my good cards. Don't eat my good cards. Okay, that's probably the best bet actually for me. I still don't have card draw though, dude. This is so brutal. I cannot find card draw. I'm just totally devoid of cards. I gotta kill those minions or play taunt or I'm dead, so. There's no lethal here, right? I can't, I've only got 5 cards max, so I get 6 plus 5 is 11. Only 11 damage, but I could maybe do that and put the Draka weapon up. Trying to be alive, but the problem is, right, if they clear this taunt with anything other than I'm just dead, right? I take 12 and I'm at 11. But I mean, what's the point in waiting, right? There's no point in waiting.
Who knows what secrets we have?
Sizzle.
I mean, none of this matters, right? I have a billion extra mana here.
Turn them into the frying pan.
Pick me! Pick me!
Well, we just try to set up the win for next turn, but I'm pretty much stranded. This game has gone about as poorly as possible on all fronts, I think. The mastery is the. I think I threw with the Judgment of Justice a little bit too, but somehow they can't clear the 2/5. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Just needed to hit a Shroud or a Contact, and this was probably a win. Because if we can chain off the Draka that way, that's gonna be nuts. I gotta pee, guys. I'm gonna pee my pants. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. Sorry guys, had to see a man about a spoon. Had to see a man about a spoon. I'll be honest. All right, we're gonna keep rolling. Sec is so fun when it's rolling, and it's just tragic when it's not. I feel like when it's not rolling, I feel like it just feels so dead. So guys, I set up my my PS5 to stream today. I think I mentioned that earlier, but pretty cool. I'm excited to stream some PS5 later. Not tonight, but I mean later in life.
None may challenge brotherhood.
Ooh, Vanndar Dream. Now we just dig for Bone Spike and maybe Shadow Step. Oh, prep Bone Spike. Oh my god. Oh, Denathrius is in my head too. All right, so technically next turn I can prep a Bone Spike and play a Vanndar if they play a minion that is killable via the Bone Spike. Oh! Okay. Turn 2 Vanndar is pretty exciting. The only downside now is I'm a little light on stuff to do, right? Probably took barrier, right? Just seems like the most. Oh, snap freeze. Oh, sneaky boy. Oh, that's good too. Dang. Okay. Dang, dude. Turn 2 Vanndar. Let's go. So Gone Fishing I want to use for draw here, not just but perfect top deck would be Field Contact, right? Just play a Field Contact, play Gone Fishing, probably grab one more minion. That would be the dream. Oh, Edwin is also the dream, dude. Are you kidding me? Wow. Oh my god, we just go, dude. Oh, no. Dude. 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 I don't even know what to get rid of. Maybe Finley so they don't like grab something off the bottom of their deck. I don't even know. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, you're kidding me, dude. This is turn 3. Turn 3 in standard. This is turn 3 in standard format. Imagine if this Draka was playable, dude. Oh my god. Oh, Solid Alibi is gross. Actually perfect. Okay. Well, I think we just chill. I don't mind playing this though, because I get to draw a card. I mean, yeah, let's play it. Private Eye's nice, actually, yeah. Okay. That's good too. Did I say it was gross? Excuse me. Yeah, that's pretty rude to say when making it turn 3, whatever this is. I don't even know. Yeah, that's a good answer to the 14-14. It's really probably the rest of the board though that's gonna be such a problem for them. I just don't. I mean, do I trade this in just to get some board space for this Private Eye? Maybe. It feels a little weird, but I think the Private Eye's nice. We get 2 good secrets, Sticky and Perjury both. Is the 3 damage here important? Is there a Shadow Step target I like too, like Gravedigger maybe, just to get another resource gone? Maybe I like that a little better actually, to get a resource out of the way, huh? And I still draw here too before I play the Private Eye that way. Let's see what we're dumping here. Yeah, I mean, this clears stuff, I guess. I don't know. Probably the best bet, right? Ooh, okay. Dude, this is so gross. Yeah, that could help clear a little, I guess. Okay. So your cards are mine, your board is mine. Like, I don't know. Dude, that's so stupid, dude. I have 3 secrets. Oh, dude, this poor person. I feel so bad. But at the same time, it's not ridiculous hat, it's delicious hat. Good God, dude. That's one of the craziest games I've seen in Standard in ages. Ages. RegisKillbin, what great timing. You gotta see this clip from Twitch. It's not even here it is. Well, somebody said, like, Regis, how do you eat with a spoon? From the side or from the end, right? And I said, oh, I'm really weird. I hold it by the top and I let it drip down. So I let it drip down the handle. And here's the clip. Look at this. Is this the clip? Oh no, this isn't the clip. No, where's the clip, guys? The clip's name is Obese Furious Tire. Here, look.
The stem.
Oh no. Like a little tongue and everything. Oh boy. Yeah. Ow. Somebody said my hair looked really fancy. I actually said that. I'm the one who said it, but you know, I thought you deserved the credit for cutting it either way. You look cute in your little headband thing. Ow. Strong. Okay. All right. Well, that was a good game, man. I feel like that kind of got the I was looking for, like, you know, a couple more good games. That might have been the game. I wouldn't mind getting 1 or 2 more. One or two more would be nice.
I've got the roast with them all.
Okay, these aren't Vanndar, so they go. What's the secret to a happy marriage life, Regis? Honestly, I think just being cooperative. I feel like a lot of people unload their crap on their spouse. And I don't mean, like, you know, talking about problems. I mean, like, they like have, like, resentment and I don't know, just like just like having fun together and being cooperative and, like, you know, just being fun. I don't know. I just try to be really fun. I think if you make life fun as much as you can around each other, I mean, obviously, you know, not everything is always fun, but you can find as much fun as you can. I don't know. Maybe I'm just lucky. Who knows? All right, Shroud's a good start with no Vanndar, at least.
I see you brought gift.
Hi from Italy. Wow. I would love to go to Italy.
Job done.
Watch the Giro d'Italia. Love big. Okay. That's Shadow Steppable. We would prefer the Bone Spike, of course, but man, Vanndar into double Shroud is still pretty sick, though. This might create some big swings. So this is a warrior. I don't know if it's going to be Control Warrior and Rage Warrior. They haven't done anything yet, so it's making me think more Control at first glance. Yeah, these aren't going to go very far against Control Warrior. Avenge might disrupt them a little bit, maybe. So I'm actually going to save these Shrouds for post Vanndar. So I'm going to Vanndar on 4 and Shadow Step it. And then turn 5, play a 2-mana Shroud, or 2-mana Vanndar and a Shroud. Because I don't want to draw my minions before the Vanndar discount, because I might miss a discount on an Edwin. It's a rogue! What do you know, guys? It's a freaking rogue. Okay, that makes life a little harder, actually, I think.
The Stormpike clan knows me no one.
All right. So we're behind a bit, but we have 40 health to work with, so. I got bamboozled indeed. Come and watch the Zero? Yeah, man. I'm a big, well, I used to be a really big professional cycling fan. I've actually been following it a little more closely again this year for the first time in a few years, but not as much anymore. But still, would love to watch the Tour and the Giro and the Vuelta and all those Grand Tours would be awesome, dude. Spend a month in Italy watching a bike race. That sounds awesome. Okay. If you love cycling so much, I'm not surprised you're playing Rogue. Wow. I love it. I love it. Okay. This can hit some really key minions with stealth, of course, right? So Gravedigger's not bad, actually. Not my favorite stealth minion, but fine. Ooh. My. Tooth with hero powers, kind of interesting. The Garden's Grace is going to be really hard for them to play on average. The Contraband Stash, they don't currently have any use cases for, but they do have a couple jackpot cards in hand. So at some point this is going to be scary. I think maybe that means we get rid of the stash. Well, I don't know. This is one of the cards, though, so that's not really that scary. Maybe it is the Tooth just to get a little bit more tempo back here. Yeah, maybe it's the Tooth. I don't know. That's debatable. I think that works okay. So we think this might get avenged, right? So that's nice. That becomes tradable here, which is good news. Little ball of hate. I think there's a joke there, but I'm missing it. Either way, though, thanks for the 4 months. It's greatly appreciated regardless. Okay. Man, part of me wants to ship this face, but I don't think we're there quite yet. Oh, maybe you mean you're part of like the math problem. Maybe that's the joke. I don't know. It's too far gone. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The joke is gone. Ooh, Edwin's nice. Okay. Stealth Edwin here is insane. Of course, Renathal's free too, but we can do this first. Oh my god, dude. These turns are so gross.
Ain't my grave.
I gotta be mindful here. Oh my god. Okay. Dude, these turns are so gross. Prep or just a Sinister Strike, maybe? I mean, honestly, what are they gonna do if I just start Sinister Striking face? Prep, I mean, I'm not that worried about killing one of these quite yet. Let's see what the next one is. If I can kill something, maybe. Deadly would let me kill a 3/5, but again, I kind of just want to go face. Let's just play this for now. Dude, it's like, I don't even know. I don't know. I'm just, whatever. I'm just, I don't know. I might have been better off just go ahead and hitting for the 11 here. Because I have the Stealth Edwin anyway. Like, what can they really do? This is another one of those instances where... What is that going to be? Oh, blood. Okay. Another one of those instances where it maybe doesn't really matter too much how I take the turns, because we're just doing so many insanely busted things constantly. It's just maybe not relevant. Again, I feel like, you know, there's probably 4 or 5 things I could do differently to optimize some of these sequences, but they just don't matter. You know? They just don't matter. Do I have lethal on just Nogglings here with Shadow Steps? Not quite, but actually, yeah, with just Nogglings, yeah. This is 5, and this would have been a 12, maybe not, maybe a little off. Shadow Step Noggolino is like 12. Dude, that deck when it goes hard, dude. Little Ball Hate says that's the joke 100%. I'm glad I figured it out. My God, my God. My God. How's life in the city, by the way? Has it been crazy with the Cardinals stuff? Hey, Z-Man, thanks for the 6 months. RW Cookie, thanks for the 2 months. By the way, did the Cardinals play today? I'm really ashamed, but I just do not keep track at all. Oh, they're playing right now. They're losing by 1 point. Right now, listening to the Cardinals cheering, we live close enough to the stadium that I hear it now. Wow, dude. Wow. On right now. And I'm here with you guys. is the way I I'm not a big baseball guy. I've made this known many times. I thought wild cards used to be like one game in baseball or something, but it's obviously more than one because they're playing a game 2. Is it best of 3? How does a wild card work now in baseball? Did it used to be 1 or did I just fever dream that? It's best of 3? They changed it this year. Oh, okay. So I'm not not insane. Okay. It used to be 1. Okay. Yeah, I'm just sort of a casual baseball guy, but alrighty. Yeah, it's not Vanndar, so we mulligan. We are playing against Hearthstone itself. You'd think that Hearthstone itself would have a bit of an advantage. Can really cheat in its own favor.
I see you brought I see you brought guests.
All right, let's wait to combo here. I think the card draw is really important.
The tracks lead this way.
Okay. This is Bobby Kodak's account? Wow. Maybe he'll give me some money. Mercenaries is really good. Cha-ching. $5 has been deposited to your account. Man, I love Mercenaries. Cha-ching. Here's $5 more. Enjoy. Oh boy, how much I love Mercenaries. Really dead hand. I think I use one of these just to get this moving a little bit. Shroud is probably technically better for me, but I just moved it to this. Oh, yes, I'm a genius. Okay, perfect. Play a minion, please. Now I'm gonna have Shroud on the top for the Vanndar. This is so insanely perfect. I am a genius. Once again, this deck. Oh, it's not on the top, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. I keep stumbling into incredible plays with this deck. Somehow. Now we have this with potentially 2 playable minions on turn 5. We aren't losing to Hydralodon yet, but we might be soon. Let's see. It's going to be pretty much impossible to beat Hydralodon, so that's good news. Not a Hydralodon. Plus $5 minus 5 viewers. Yeah, that's right. That's pretty fair. Should be more than 5, honestly. Okay, so I mean, 7 mana Denathri is pretty cool. Not exactly what we're looking for, but I think we play this. Stealth is pretty nice. These were not the like crazy chains we were looking for, but it's okay. I don't know, maybe I should have held that for the contact in hindsight. I'm not sure, because now I don't really have a good contract setup turn. We'll see what I draw, if we feel like that was worth it or not. If I get a good 1 mana draw anyway, I won't really need it to have held it, but I don't know. Is the 4/3 with stealth really that good? We kill stuff, which is nice, but let's see what we draw. See, that's a bad draw. That's a bad draw. Let's try to take something cool here.
Sanity is no excuse for bad manners.
Yeah. I don't want to lose my Denathrius. I'm a little worried that that may not actually matter much. Also worried that it froze my game, I guess. Really? Okay. Bro?